So this tiny little number, just 0.25%, has just sent this huge shockwave through the entire Indianapolis housing market. We're going to break down what this actually means for you and, more importantly, how you can use it to your advantage starting right now.
Look, we've all seen the headlines, right? The Fed did this, the Fed did that. But the question that really matters is, so what? What does this really mean for your wallet, for your house, for your plans? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into. Okay, so a quarter-point catalyst. It sounds so small, doesn't it? 1/4%. But you have to understand, for a market like central Indiana, this isn't just a tiny adjustment. Nope, this is the starting gun for a whole new race. So here it is, the official word. The Federal Open Market Committee, they made the call. A 0.25% rate cut, and this one single move, this is the catalyst we've all been watching for. It's completely changing the vibe of the entire market. All right, let's get to the good stuff, your new buying power. Because this is where all that fancy financial news stops being abstract and starts getting really real. We're talking about cold, hard cash in your bank account and what it means for your ability to buy a home in, places like Carmel or Fishers or Zionsville. So let's break down the math, but don't worry, we'll keep it simple. Let's take a pretty standard loan in the Indy area, say $350,000. That little quarter-point cut means your mortgage rate is likely going to drop from something like 6.65% down to around 6.40%. Okay, so what does that actually feel like every month? Boom! Right there. That's about $145 back in your pocket every single month. And this isn't some, far-off projection. This is real money right now that you can put towards savings, groceries, whatever you need. And check this out. When you zoom out and look at the whole year, that $145 a month turns into more than $1,700. Think about that. Over $1,700 just from that tiny little rate cut. It really shows you how these small changes can add up in a big way. But here's the real kicker. This isn't just about saving a few bucks a month. No. This is the big one. For a typical family here in Indiana, this rate cut just boosted your buying power by as much as $35,000. I mean, let that sink in. A home that was just a little bit out of reach last week, it might be in your budget today. Okay, so we know the numbers, we know what's happening. But knowing the what is only half the battle, right? Now we need the how. We need a playbook. So what's the move? What should you actually be doing right now, whether you're looking to buy or getting ready to sell? All right, buyers, listen up. The game plan is simple, but you gotta move fast. Step 1, get your pre-approval locked in today, like right now. Lenders are scrambling to update their rates. Step 2, ask about something called a 2-1 buy down. A lot of sellers are more than happy to help with that just to get a deal done. And third, and this is a great tip, go after the houses that have been sitting on the market for 30 days or more. Trust me, those sellers just got way more motivated to make a deal. And sellers, don't think we forgot about you. Your time is now. Forget the old rules. The spring market is happening in January and February. Get your house listed before everyone else does. And when you do, don't skimp on the marketing. We're talking cinematic drone tours, the whole shebang. And finally, price it smart. Remember, buyers just got a $35,000 raise from the bank. Price accordingly. So a plan this specific, this detailed, it doesn't just come from nowhere, right? This kind of strategy is born from years and years of deep market knowledge. So let's pull back the curtain a little and see where this expert playbook is coming from. Let's talk about the Cara Conde effect. And does this stuff actually work? Well, just listen to this. One client said, sold in 9 days for $115K over ask. Game changer. I mean, wow. $115,000 over asking price. In just over a week. That's not just a good result. That's a life-changing result. So how do you get results like that? Well, it's not by accident. It's built on a really unique set of skills. You see things like certified negotiation expert. That's where the price-smart advice comes from. Luxury home marketing specialist. That's why the playbook says to invest in drone tours. It all connects. It's this combination of deep expertise that creates such a powerful, on-the-money strategy. And really, it all boils down to this one idea, the Cara Conde effect. It's this blend of cutting-edge, tech-focused marketing and just masterful, relentless negotiation. And it's that combination, that passion, that produces these top-tier results in pretty much any kind of real estate, whether it's residential or commercial. And you know what's really fascinating? How this approach adapts. For a luxury home, it's all about emotion. It's about telling a story, selling a lifestyle. But for a commercial property, it's all business. It's numbers, timing, scale. The ability to master both of those worlds, that's what gives you the full 360-degree view of the market. Yeah, and that kind of perspective doesn't happen overnight. This journey started way back, building a personal portfolio as an investor even before getting a real estate license in 2002. So you're talking about a path from investor to a top luxury agent and now to a commercial advisor. That's the kind of long game experience you need to see a market shift coming and know exactly what to do. So there you have it. We've seen the news, we've crunched the numbers, and we've got the expert playbook right in front of us. This tiny little change from the Fed has just blown the doors wide open on a huge opportunity right here in Indianapolis. So the Fed made its move. The only question left is, what's yours?